How's it going, everybody? Hope you're all doing well. Interesting product for you. What if I told you this device that fits in the palm of my hand can give you unlimited disinfecting ability of water? Also, it is solar rechargeable. It's pretty impressive if you ask me. Now, this little device we're going to talk about, what is it? What does it do? Going to get all up in the details of it, but I think it's pretty cool, and YouTube has not really talked about this at all. So let's dive into it. All right, so this right here is called the H2Go Global. Now this thing fits in the palm of your hand, like I said, and you see how it has directions and everything. And it's kind of interesting how it works. It is solar capable as well, and it has some interesting features to it. So you may be able to understand where this is going already, but I'm going to demonstrate for you what this is and what it is capable of doing, which is pretty cool. So ultimately, this is a water disinfectant tool. So this takes common salt, like I have here, and it'll actually turn it into a chlorine solution. Well, not specifically chlorine, I think it's another specific type, but it creates chlorine through electricity, through this little opening right here. And that is pretty cool because it is solar rechargeable, and a certain dose will give you, or a certain amount will give you 1 liter all the way up to 20 liters of disinfectant ability. Now, the company says, at least the device, can do 300 liters on one charge. So you're looking at about 80 gallons on one full charge of this. Also, the cool thing is, if you don't want to charge it by the sun, it also has a charging ability too, or a charging port. So if you have a battery bank or maybe a larger solar panel that like takes in more light, you can also use that. So I think this is a pretty cool tool, and I was looking for something that was more indefinite in a way, because I mean, most of us are probably used to, you know, aqua tabs and stuff like that. But what happens when you use up all these tabs, or the small little ones like these? Once you use these up, that's it, you're done. Like, if you can't replenish those, what do you do? So pretty much all this needs is salt, water, and it can be dirty water, and electricity, which electricity can also come from the sun. So right here, this packet of salt is roughly 6,000 liters of disinfectant. So about 1,500 gallons. Now, for an average one individual, I'm gonna assume you use 4 gallons of water. And this could be potentially like worst case scenario, you're without water, electricity's out, all this kind of stuff. And you're providing 4 gallons a day for yourself. And that's like washing hands, that's cleaning, that is cooking and preparing food. This little packet, if you use 4 gallons a day, will give you a year worth of disinfectant. A year's worth of clean, drinkable water for that much salt. That's it. That's pretty cool, and that is what caught my eye. So this is everything that comes in the kit, of course, aside from this. So it comes with a waterproof pamphlet on explaining how to use it. Also, it has the instruction manual in 2 different languages. You do get a charging outlet port for one, along with a cord, so you can charge it from the wall. You get this small little bottle, which is meant for the salt solution, which I'll explain in a second, and then also testing strips. So you can test your water after you disinfect it to make sure it's good to go or not, so then you can redose if necessary. And it also comes in this nice mesh bag. So what do you do? How does this thing work? Now, it's kind of cool because this thing actually has 2 ports available. If you look on the top here, let me see if I can get it in focus, but if you don't want to carry around salt, it has room on the top here and a little rubber gasket to do 2 full bottles of water. So this is a salt solution. So you put your salt up to the line without water. This can be dirty water. It doesn't have to be disinfectant. It doesn't have to be clean. It just has to be free of reasonable particulate and mud. But you fill your salt in there, fill it all the way up to the top, and you shake it to get a salt solution in this. Now, if you would lose this for some reason, you can actually pour directly into this if you want. You can pour water and you can put a pinch of salt directly into that if you would like to. Now, it's not recommended, but they say in a pinch, if you get that, you can do it. So let's go ahead and run this real quick. It's very easy, pretty simple to do so. This is my salt solution. I've already used it a couple times, so you can see how much it's gone down. And we'll open that up right here. You open this little hatch up, and you fill that hatch up to the top with this solution. So we're just dropping it in there, dripping it in, taking a look, almost up to the top, right there. That's the top. All right. So what I'll do is I'll stuff that normally back down in there so it can't go anywhere. So if we're looking, which I'll bring it up here so you guys can actually see properly, read the instructions, right? If we want to do 1 liter, then it lights up, you click it once, and you hold for 2 seconds. Let go. Immediately you see it bubbling right there. Now it is creating chlorine, or technically chlorine gas right now, but it is creating a chlorine disinfectant. Now it may take a little while, but oh, it's actually done. It says wait for the bubbles to stop. Now if you do the 20 liter, it's going to also do that. So what you can do is set this down. So you don't want to try to get stuff on you, of course. But I'm going to take my 1 liter, or my canteen here, filled with water, which it is not bad water. This is just tap water. But for a demonstration, this is what we're going to be doing. So you can take this and see how it can pour a little bit, at least the little things. So what you can do is you tilt it to the side and you just tip it upside down. There you go. Make sure it didn't run off or anything. I thought I got some on my hands, but that's it. So now what you would do is you would close this up. Give it a good shake, move it around a little bit, and then you would have to wait a prescribed amount of time to kill all that, all the nasty stuff that is in there. So what specifically, after 10 minutes, depending on what you want to do with it, it'll give you wait 30 minutes for activation or inactivation of bacteria, viruses, and giardia. And if you want to go after the cryptosporidium, which we'll show right here, you have to wait 4 hours. So it just depends on what you are worried about in your location, in your regional environment. So yes, it'd be good to drink after 30 minutes, or if you're waiting for that, you can go always 30 minutes. So what they say is this is easily, you just put this away and you're good to go again. Box it all up and you're on to the next. So of course here it shows you can do 1 liter, 2 liter, 5 liter, 10 liter, and 20 liter. So what is a 20 liter of look like really quick? Well, I kind of don't even think I can get it in the picture, but that's a full jerry can. That's 20 liters. I can't even get it in the full picture, but this is one of the Scepter full jerry cans, and this will do this entire 20 liter or 5 gallons of water. So to me, that's pretty impressive, and that is a very indefinite way of purifying, or in a way, killing everything bad out of just your common salt. Now, This is sea salt. Sea salt is going to be better than your common table salt just because it has, you know, a better salt compound about it, which you can argue with me and blah, 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 but non-iodized salt works better, not your common table salt variety. You could even, if long-term, seriously bad stuff was going to happen, you could even evaporate salt out of the ocean and use that salt in this device. Now, the company says this battery will last 10 years, but I mean, that's probably what they're rating it to, but it could probably do double or triple that, just depending on how you want to use it. So I think this is a really cool, interesting product. I am not paid by the company. The company has zero idea I'm doing this video, nor do they probably care. Maybe they do. But I just wanted to show you, if you wanted an alternative, a long-term, other than these tablets and these, this might be a solution to look into, especially for a group or military or law enforcement or something that you are out, you know, Forest Service, anything like that. If you were out away from folks and you're worried about that water and you're worried about stuff, this might be a tool that you can invest in, which it's about the $100 mark. That is, in my opinion, indefinite use.